So what Johnny's got on the screen for our podcast listeners right now is 4 for 6, and then you're throwing in their second and third round picks. So they're going to give both day 2 picks up for the right to get
nothing.
2 spots in the draft.
Here's what I tell. It's not Gettleman. Here's what I tell the New York flunkies there. You're welcome. Here's your franchise quarterback, Jaden Daniels, who they love, by the way. You're going to get him for pennies on the dime. We're hooking you up, and we have to pass on Marvin as a result. We're offering this trade. You better accept it, and they do. Of course, they accept that trade because it's the best move they can make for their franchise. So, of course, now they have an opportunity to take Jaden Daniels, and then, oh, wow, Roma Dunze goes to Jim Harbaugh at pick 5, Bull Brock. Let's just count our lucky stars here.
That's right. It's easy. Monty Ossenfort sprinting to the podium.
Is this the best deal of all time?
Yeah, probably. So now we have 8. Is it 8 top 100 picks?
We have 27, 35, 47, 66, 70, 71, and 90. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Johnny Newton, any concern as far as his medicals, or you just continue to beef up the defensive line?
No. We know what to do. We've done this a few times. Jordan Morgan slipping into the first round. You love to see that for our guy Damon Dog. TJ Tampa, thankfully, off the temptation board for Bo. Darius Robinson, sweet baby Darius, leaves right before the Cardinals pick. I think you go best interior offensive lineman here, gentlemen. I don't want a safety or an off-ball linebacker.
Right.
Zach Frazier, interior center, can play a little bit of guard. I think this is the play. What do you think?
All he's played is center, though. That's. I know we're saying that he can play all these different positions. I don't know that for sure.
I do. I know for sure.
You got Braswell, who would be, a bigger defensive end, potentially Sanastrill corner. I don't know. I think that's a little early for him. Can you scroll down a little bit with the prospects remaining? Braden
I thought we'd go Lad
YouTube user likes him, but we just didn't address the interior of the defensive line. Rakestraw from Missouri. What do you like, Johnny?
I'm taking an interior offensive lineman.
Okay. Take Zach Frazier.
Froholt is under contract for 1 more year. Let's see if he can duplicate the success he had this year. This is the best value. The Cardinals, listen, if there was a quality tackle, I'd take it here. But I think you check all the big 3. Defensive line / front 7, franchise-changing receiver, and, of course, an interior offensive lineman. And, oh, by the way, we're back on the clock now at 47 with a lot of the same cast of characters, gentlemen, including Chris Braswell, that can come in and rush the passer from day 1.
I like Braswell, or I like Rakestraw out of Missouri, the corner.
Yeah, I'm going to go front 7 here.
They haven't done anything. They haven't done anything. They were tied to Austin Johnson today, which made me a little bit kind of ill.
What's his sack numbers looking at? Robust? Are they robust?
He had as many sacks as you and I did for the Chargers last season.
I think we know what to do now with Braswell. You're Charles Johnson. You're playing special teams. Chris Braswell is here to take your starting job. Back on the clock here, pick 66. Ooh.
Oh boy.
This is where you can double dip. I saw a mock draft today that had the Cardinals taking Jalen Wright with their first 3rd rounder. I wanted to throw up. I'm ready to go offense at receiver or defensive line. You tell me what you want.
Look, I like Jenkins. I like Kyrie Jackson at the corner position, and I don't have a problem with McMillan. So let's think about this. The defensive line, because we took Johnny Newton in the first round.
Is this good right here? Is this good? Is this good?
I think your defensive line rotation, you can pretty much set it and forget it until you have to face any injuries potentially. If you get Jenkins, you've got Johnny Newton, you've got the 2 guys you signed, the Nichols, you got Dante Stills, Justin Jones. But I like Kyrie Jackson if you want to start to work on the secondary a little bit. But
I don't.
Okay,
he might still be here. Yeah, we can go Kyrie Jackson at 70 now. Is that your preference?
Yep.
All right,
I think
so
you're
wide
still
receivers.
Be able to find some wide receivers down the board here. Look at McMillan's slide.
Is he big enough?
Yeah, he's over 6 feet.
Okay.
6'1".
He's an older player. He's a possession receiver, so he plays underneath. Dominated against Oregon. Had a really nice. I remember that game against Texas, obviously in the semifinals.
Who are the other wide receivers? Did you just pull up the wide receivers?
I sure can. All right, here we go. McMillan, and then we fall off a cliff a little bit. Brendan Rice at pick 90 is something to consider. The Cardinals had a private visit, top 30 visit with Brendan Rice, as they did Jacob Cowing, who's too much like Rondell. No thanks, Damon.
So you want to roll the dice potentially at a different position here? Maybe go Rice.
He's nothing like Rondell Moore. Nothing.
Now, people are knocking Cowing's size, and Damon and I both stood by him.
And that's fair.
Yeah, but he's like, I did a podcast with Greg Dortch, who's listed at 5'8", and Cowing's bigger than Greg Dortch.
Am I the same height as Rondell Moore? Yes or no?
Haven't you stood next to Rondell before?
Yeah, I want you to tell the people that I'm the same height as Rondell.
I think you're the same height. Yeah.
Nice. All right.
I think we roll the dice on a different position here potentially. We're done on
the though. Where's the value?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, looking at Edge, maybe the kid out of KU, but I don't know enough about him to say definitively.
The value's in Blake Fisher.
I like that.
That's where the value is. You got so many picks in the top 100, you're going to have to splurge a couple times.
Yeah.
Brendan Rice has yet to be selected.
Blake Fisher was the right tackle to Joe Alt's left tackle at Notre Dame, and he's a guy that Jeremiah has been on record that he really likes as a kind of a guy down the board. And the Cardinals have the luxury of kind of waiting on him and developing him. So here we are at 90, and yeah, Brendan Rice held out. And I think that's the play. I like it. I think it's a good depth addition. He could play, back up Wilson at the Z, who could potentially miss time. And you got a casita filled up with Larry Fitzgerald, Marvin Harrison Sr., and Jerry Rice hanging out, just watching ball. A couple Hall of Famers.
That'd be incredible if they flesh out that new garden section in the end zone with Fitz and a couple Hall of Famers there.